Station.
Mad vision. Mad vision. Mad vision.
Check this out. Check this out.
Vision. Mad vision. Mad
Power to the snakes, everybody! The other day I had this thought. It might be a little bit of a crazy idea, but think about it. Let's hear it. What do we do with the normals? It's been 30 years, there's 130 different morphs, a quarter of each are recessive, but we hobbyist breeders, we tend to get rid of the normal ball pythons. Now, I was thinking, if that is the most common morph, the jungle ball python or royal python, if that's the most common morph in nature, that means that the normal morph has the whole potential of all genes locked inside of it. As sometimes happens, non-well breeders or sometimes some fairly unknown hobbyists pairs a male and a female, doesn't matter which combo, or if they are a double combo or triple combo, and they get these kind of different pattern and color ball python. That's what we call sometimes the Dinker projects, and sometimes it's pretty obvious that there is something else going on there. That's when people are into a new morph. The chances of that happening with me are slim to none. But I was thinking, as my plan is to collect the classical morphs, if I get a normal, I will keep it. I will want to have a normal ball python. Now, that got me thinking, if I collect enough normals, and this has all to do with the gods of odds, or so I don't speak in a ball python language, in more mathematical language, it's just probabilities. Probabilities and statistic. And so if I keep, let's say, two pairs, two normals males and two normals females, and I breed them throughout the years, let's say 10 years, what would be my chances of getting a new gene popping out of it? Better yet, a gene never seen, because I could just, or the snakes could just get out there a gene that is already out there in the market. Maybe a gene that I don't have. But this is an interesting hypothesis that I just formulated, but I am wondering, why don't we invest more on the normals? It's not just because of their price, but why don't we as hobbyists keep our normals, keep breeding them, and trying to do that extra effort and try to get a new morph popping out of that, or a morph that we don't have. Of course, these would involve a lot of years of work, a lot of snake tubs, a lot of mice, breeding normals that the little baby ones would sell for pennies. So this would be pretty much not so good investment for the general hobbyist, but the chances that if we all got together and it was a common practice doing this, we would increase our chances of somebody really actually getting it. But that would take a lot of effort from the whole community. So I'm thinking this idea will not have much success. And another thing, how does the market work? The reptiles industry or the market of ball pythons. It obviously follows the rules of any capitalist market of offer and demand. If there are not enough ball pythons, or in another from another point of view, if the demand increases, there's a lot of new hobbies out there, or just kids that want to have one or two ball pythons, then the demand increases and the sellers can increase the price, especially for the double, triple, tetra combos. And if, as it happened a few years ago, I wasn't much into the social media of the what they say the market crashed bollocks. If you observe when did that happen, it was a few years after the 2008 subprime crisis. So of course people are unfortunately losing their jobs, families are struggling, and there is not so much buying power out there for people to buy ball pythons. So in that case the offer exceeded the demand and sellers have to naturally drop their prices, because it is more expensive for people with medium or large collections to actually keep those ball pythons and feed them and take care of them than selling them for a slightly lower price. So pretty much we've been following those rules of the market. But what if some other group got their act together, like in I don't want to say a union, but they talked to each other and really decided to control the market, namely the rat breeders? What if the mice and rats and gerbils and African soft fur rats, the rat breeders, decided to get together and suddenly increase substantially the price of rats? We would have no other option but to comply with their demands and pay an extra price for the rats. And when I say this, it's not in just one town, or I mean globally. If we wanted our ball pythons to thrive, for the hobbies we get to this time of the year, autumn and winter, we want to breed our females, and we all know that they get to that phase where they go feeding like crazy. So we would pretty much be on their hands. They would have us by the balls, pretty much. If we wanted to have more young hatchlings, ball pythons, to have the females to breed, we would have to buy those rats, mice or rats. So pretty much they could control the market. I shouldn't be saying this is a very dangerous idea, but as nobody watches my videos, or pretty much very few people, it's just a thought. It's a topic that I never heard anybody talking about, obviously, but they could in fact control the ball python market and make a bigger profit for themselves. They, as I understand, they are pretty much running on fumes, having a very low profit margin, and they could change the whole rules of the game. We don't want that for you, little buddy. So pretty much the two crazy ideas were the production of super jungle head for normal ball pythons or just normals, and the rat breeders getting together and getting a standard price on their product. That's just an idea. I hope they don't do this last one, but I would like to see more people commenting on the first one of making super jungles head for normals. Alright, but okay, so this is just another crazy video. See you people on next time.